Hi, folks. Okay.
Good practice.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the External and Community Affairs Committee. I am calling this meeting to order at 12:37 p.m. It is also March 3rd, 2023. Yay. 12:37 p.m. We're going to start off this meeting with a territorial acknowledgement. We respectfully acknowledge that the SFSS is located on the traditional unceded territories of the Coast Salish peoples, including the Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, Coquitlam, and Métis nations. Unceded means that these territories have never been handed over, sold, or given up by these nations, and we are currently situated on occupied territories. Now we are going on to section 3, which is roll call of attendance. So this is just the ECA committee. I'm going to start off with myself as a chair, VP External Community Affairs. Hi, my name is Ishana, she, her pronouns, access needs are met. I feel like we've done this a bunch of times, but once again, pronouns, any access needs, if you need to go grab, have a break, just let me know. Yeah, so we'll start off next, which is the ex officio of this committee, Abby Sheikh-Parmore.
Hi everyone, my name is Abby. He, him pronouns, accessing them leading as soon as new business is done.
Thank you, Abby. Next, we have the Environmental Science Student Union Counselor.
Hi everyone, I'm Grayson Park, he, him pronouns, and all my access needs are met.
Thank you, Grayson. Next, we have an at-large member, Minna Hill.
Hi, my name is Malcolm Master.
Amazing. Next, we have an at-large member, Gurjot.
My name is Bill. He, him pronouns, all my access needs are met.
Thank you, Gurjot. Yay, roll call of attendance is done. We have no staff here today, so can just skip over that section. We are on to section 4 of the consent agenda, so that's 4.1. I'll read out the motion. Be it resolved to adopt the consent agenda by unanimous consent. If you saw the agenda when it was sent out, it was just matters arising from the minutes. So be it resolved to receive and file the following minutes from ECA 2023-02-03. That was just our last meeting. I think it was about a month ago now because we missed the last one because of our lobby days. Any questions on the minutes that were sent out? Seeing none, I'm going to seek unanimous consent. Seeing no dissent, this is carried unanimously. Next, we are on to the adoption of the agenda. I'll read out the motion. Be it resolved to adopt the agenda as presented. Can I get a mover? Abby moves. Can I get a seconder?
I second.
Grayson seconds. Yeah, I sent an amendment last night. Let me just do a little quick. Sorry, looking through my email right now. Whoops. Yay. So the amendment, I'll put it in the chat as well. It's a new business item. I'll read it out as well because we're all in person here. But this is basically the new business motion. Title is called Compensation for External Facilitator for a Lobbying Workshop. The motion reads, whereas the External and Community Affairs Committee is hosting a lobbying workshop, whereas a lobbying workshop will be done by an external facilitator, Joshua Millard, whereas a lobbying workshop will be for 30 minutes and online. Be it resolved to pass $60 Canadian for the lobbying workshop from line item 8-2020. Can I get a mover?
Move.
Grayson moves. Can I get a seconder? Grayson, Gurjot seconds. Whoops. Any questions on this amendment? Seeing none, I'm going to now bring it back to the original motion. Wait, do I? Okay, never mind. We're going to vote on this amendment. See, it's good to have the council chair here. Yay. Yeah, okay, we're going to vote on this, just the amendment. So bringing it to, so we're not voting on the actual thing, just the amendment. I'm going to seek unanimous consent to put this, for us to consider this to put on the actual, agenda. Any dissent? I'm going to seek unanimous consent here. Seeing none, passed. Okay, now we're going to go to the main motion. Now I'm going to read out the motion again. So be it resolved to adopt the agenda as amended. Any dissent? I'm going to seek unanimous consent here. Seeing none, passed, carried, yay. Okay, cool. So that leaves us on to our new business item. As I said before, it was, I said the motion title, it's compensation for lobbying workshop done by external facilitator. I'll read it once again. So whereas the External Community Affairs Committee is hosting a lobbying workshop, whereas a lobbying workshop will be done by an external facilitator, Joshua Millard, whereas a lobbying workshop will be done for 30 minutes and online, be it resolved to pass $60 for the lobbying workshop from line item 8/2020. Can I get a mover?
I move.
Grayson moves. Can I get a seconder? Abby seconds. Yay. Any discussion on this motion? I guess I'll just talk a little bit about it. Just compensation. We're gonna have an external workshop at 1 p.m. today, so we're just gonna do that. We like to compensate folks for the work that they do. This is only 30 minutes. We're hoping to do a 2-hour one in the next term. Being fairly honest, we're just trying to make sure we don't go over the ECA budget. So we did a 30-minute this time, and then hopefully we'll do another one. And I'm hoping to not only open it to council, but just members of the society. So I'm going to talk to the next VP external about that, see if they're amenable to that. But yeah, any more discussion on this? Yeah, Abby?
Say it's the old finance. I certainly appreciate you trying not to go too far over your budget, but I appreciate it.
Yay! Thanks, Abby. Any more discussion?
I just say I think it's a good idea and it's something we should keep up with.
Awesome. Thank you, Grayson. Any more discussion? Seeing none, I'm going to seek unanimous consent. If you wish to dissent, please raise your hand. Seeing none, this passes unanimously. Thank you, Abby, for being here. That's all we needed. Yay! Bye, Abby. Appreciate it. Okay, cool. Now on to discussion items. We have 2 discussion items. The first one is food security. So this is pretty just like basic. The first thing I wanted to bring up was the breakfast program. The first 2, I'm just reporting back. I want to get feedback from you folks. It went super well. Both times we had over 100 students come by. The only place we're kind of lacking right now is that students are still not understanding that it's free. So we're really trying to like promote, if you can tell like folks in your classes and stuff, that it is a free program. The dates that we have left are March 9th and March 15th. And yeah, we've been getting like volunteers just from like membership too. I put a call out just for general membership. And it's been going great. I think the last time when I was there, we had about like 7 folks. There was a lot of people there. But it was really nice for volunteers. People seem to be enjoying it. It's nice to connect with people. I also see it as an opportunity for folks to kind of learn what the SFSS is doing. They're like, what is this? And I'm like, well, we're doing campaigns on food insecurity and to provide food security. So talking about that, any questions on that point of like the breakfast program and feedback?
Do you guys have like a big sign saying free?
Yeah.
At the event, okay.
Yeah, so the first time we had it, we didn't have that. We're like, okay, the obvious thing to do is to put free signs. So we printed 2 big free signs.
Nice.
And then people are still not getting, I feel like, because everything is just so expensive on campus, it's trying to create that culture, you know?
Well, and sometimes there's events there that aren't free or they're just for like certain like groups or having using that space. So I get that. So yeah, big free signs, good. And then yeah, like really leading, you know, making that strong, shouting that it's free food, free breakfast.
Yeah.
You know, come and get fruit, whatever.
Definitely.
Like when I walked in, I knew where I was going, but I didn't know what it was.
Mm.
So I was gonna keep going straight down to like the down here, that area.
Yeah.
That's where I would have went.
Yeah.
But I looked and saw Nancy, so I was like, okay, that must be it. And I saw the fruit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because also, like, I know that it's kind of like barricaded in a way. Like, you know, we
Yeah.
have like the signs up. Maybe opening it up more
Yeah.
will help. So you know what? Maybe I'll relay that to our building staff who like set it up the day before, and then see how we can open it up and maybe we can like play some music or something. You know, like let students know. Yeah.
Breakfast music.
Yeah. What's some breakfast music?
We're just feeling something.
Okay.
Like, something subtle and just something in the back.
Cool.
I don't know if it's subtle.
Breakfast music. Calvin Harris.
I don't know. I just.
Sounds good. Any,
Bob Marley.
oh, Bob Marley will
That's
be
for-
good.
Makes me want to drink.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on the breakfast program itself?
I can't come to Thursday. I'm gonna come to the Wednesday, the next Wednesday, the 15th.
Awesome. Let's go. Yeah, no worries. I totally get it. Yeah, sounds good. Just email me. Oh yeah, go
The
ahead.
fruit went out pretty fast.
The fruit
noticed.
went up
I
fast.
remember, well, whatever was being put out, it went
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense because even if you're not, you know, see needed there, you can grab
That's what some,
something
yeah,
from later. in the
some
day.
people want to take
Yeah.
some for later.
Okay. Yeah, no, for sure. I think we also encourage folks to like take things
Yeah.
home too.
Yeah,
Because you never know if they, you can have breakfast for dinner. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, I guess any other thoughts on the breakfast program then? Okay, cool.
keep thinking about it.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
if you have any, fantastic. I like to hear that. Thanks, Manahil. I guess the next thing I want to talk about food security with our community fridge. So we actually might be getting our community fridge from SFU. Yay! So what happened was when the sub shut down a year ago, we gave our fridge to SFU and then we just weren't able to get it back. Now, after like a year of talking, we've like come to the conclusion that the fridge would be best in the sub because students are just here all the time. Also, right now, the community fridge that SFU has is in Maggie Benson Center. Students don't really go there or know where it is. So
Yeah,
what we're
of
thinking,
course.
exactly. So what we're like, because when we used to have it on the first floor, food would just go out.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try and bring it back. SFU will still be the ones like putting food in it. So right now we're trying to make up a contract with them to see and make sure, okay, so the fridge will be in the sub, however, SFU will provide the food. So that's where we are with the community fridge. Any questions there, comments? Okay, cool. Yeah, just wanted to keep y'all in the loop there. I guess we can go on to the next discussion item, updates on consultation for the award for Indigenous students and international students. So first of all, the motion passed, that can
Yes.
go unanimously. Yay, updates there. So I had consultations with the students of Caribbean and African descent. So students who are international students within the community who are Black students. And it went super great. I got a lot of great feedback. I realized that I didn't know like too much of what I was talking about for the criteria. So they really helped me out. They're like, oh, like let's talk about like instead of only doing service work for international students, let's look at international students doing work for the SFU community. Or I didn't think about like, for example, like first year international students wouldn't have a lot of service like within SFU. So also thinking about that and like within the word showing students like where they can get involved. I also talked to Migrant Students United. Also a point here I wanted to talk about. I know I passed a motion and it said for current students to be compensated. With Migrant Students United, I talked to a graduated student who actually did a lot of work here when he was. I talked to Wei Chen Kua, I think that's how you say his name. So I just wanted to make sure it was okay with the committee that I talked to a graduated student and that they would be compensated with SFSS money.
It's fine.
That's
I recognize that name.
Yeah, so Wei Chen is a community organizer. He was involved in SFU 350. I actually planned a rally with him and other Migrant Students United folks like a couple months ago. But just wanted to make sure that was okay with y'all because don't want to proceed.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, from what I know, he's very involved.
Yeah. Yeah, he gave me some really good feedback too. And then so I talked to Migrant Students United. I talked to I talked to Soka. I talked to a student from the International Students Advocates as well, which is really great. And then for Indigenous students, I talked to FNMISA. A change there with the award was that instead of one award for $10,000 for one student, they wanted multiple awards.
Yeah,
for,
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So just wanted to, any questions there?
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. That's the end of our meeting then. I'll call for adjournment. So I'll read out the motion. Be it resolved to adjourn this meeting at 12:51 p.m. Can I get a mover? Minahil moves. Can I get a seconder? Gurjot seconds. Awesome. Okay, cool. This meeting is adjourned.